In the heart of New York City, where skyscrapers kissed the sky and dreams were as fleeting as the autumn leaves swirling through Central Park, lived Veronica Hart, a billionaire who ruled her empire with elegance and precision, yet beneath her polished exterior thrummed a heart stricken with loss years ago. A tragic decision had separated her from the child she had given up, a daughter she had never known. Now, in the golden glow of that fateful September afternoon, fate decided to rewrite their story. Veronica had always worn the delicate gold pendant around her neck, a small heirloom that once belonged to her mother. It had been her anchor, a reminder that family ties, however fragile, could never truly be severed. Little did she know that the pendant held more than just memories. It was a connection to a past she had buried deep within her soul. This shimmering piece of jewelry would lead her to a relationship she had long thought lost as the sun dipped behind the skyline, casting a warm glow over the bustling streets. Veronica found herself wandering through the trendy neighborhood of Soho. The streets were alive with laughter and the hum of conversations, but her thoughts were clouded. Suddenly, a small cafe caught her eye with its eclectic decor and inviting ambience. It was then that she saw her, a young woman with strikingly familiar features, bussing tables and bustling about with an infectious energy. It felt like time had stood still as Veronica, breath caught in her throat. The girl, her daughter, seemed to glow with an inner light, blissfully unaware of the world around her. The pendant on Veronica's neck felt heavier, pulling her towards this remarkable stranger. With a mix of fear and hope, she entered the cafe. As Veronica sat at a small table, she watched that girl who was laughing with the customers, her laughter ringing like a beacon in the noise of the cafe. The memory of her daughter swirled in her mind, a ghost of a child she had lost now, a vibrant woman she had never met. The young waitress, whom she later learned was named Lily, possessed a spark reminiscent of her own youth, a confident stride that set her apart from the crowd. Veronica's heart raced as she contemplated whether to speak to her, what words could encapsulate a lifetime of absence. Just then, Lily approached her table, her bright smile illuminating the dimly lit space. "What can I get for you today?" she asked, her eyes glimmering with warmth. Veronica took a moment to respond, her mind swirling with unsaid words. "I'll have a chai latte, please." She managed the corners of her lips, twitching into an involuntary smile as Lily moved to prepare the drink. Veronica's thoughts danced in a chaotic waltz. Would she even recognize her if she revealed herself? Would she accept her after all these years? The weight of her choices crashed over her, and she knew this was just the beginning of a long journey filled with healing and rediscovery. After serving her latte, Lily attempted casual conversation, unaware of the emotional turmoil brewing in Veronica's heart. They spoke about the bustling city, their mutual loves for diverse cuisines, and the latest art exhibit nearby. Each passing moment intertwined their lives as if some celestial force had woven their paths together. Finally summoning every ounce of courage, Veronica asked, "Tell me, do you have a family nearby?" A flicker of sadness crossed Lily's face. "Not really. I've lived alone since I was 17, just me and my dreams." Those words pierced Veronica deeply. How could her daughter, her very own flesh and blood, feel so isolated? The urgency to connect grew stronger within her as she searched for the right moment to reveal the truth. It was in this intimacy that the seed of their bond began to flourish unwittingly, preparing the ground for a revelation that was to come. The days turned to weeks, and Veronica returned to the cafe every afternoon. Each time she learned more about Lily, her dreams of traveling the world, her passion for painting, and her unyielding hope of finding her place. Tapestry of life, and with every shared laugh and conversation, the invisible thread tied them closer together on one particularly crisp autumn day as golden leaves fell outside the Cafe Veronica, resolved to tell her, but her bravado faltered as she felt the weight of her confession would saying the words tear the fragile bond they had built. As she sipped her latte, she clutched the pendant around her neck, tightly seeking solace in its familiarity. "Lily," she began, her voice trembling, "can I tell you something important?" Lily looked at her with curiosity and trepidation. "Of course, what is it?" With a deep breath, Veronica revealed the truth about her past, her long-lost daughter, and the decision that had haunted her for years. Each word hung heavily in the air, settling like dust particles, swirling in sunlight as she shared. Her heart, tears welled in Veronica's eyes, pooling with regret and longing. Lily's expression shifted from confusion to shock, and finally to sorrow. "You rear my mother," she whispered, the world around them fading like a distant dream. Veronica nodded, her heart racing as she watched the emotions dance across her daughter's face. Would Lily embrace her after learning the truth? Or would this revelation sever the tender threads they had woven between them? "All this time I never knew," Lily murmured, tears filling her eyes as well. Silence enveloped them, a poignant pause in which time itself seemed to stand still. Yet, even through the shock, a spark of understanding flickered between them. This was not just a reunion. It was a chance for redemption, a pathway for healing the wounds of the past as days turned to memories. They began to navigate the complexities of their relationship, one that had been built unevenly yet resilient as they ventured through their newfound connection. Veronica opened her world to Lily, introducing her to the sprawling landscape of her opulent life while also learning to revel in the humble beauty of Lily's artistic spirit. They spent evenings watching sunset paintings, exchanging ideas and discovering layers of themselves they had forgotten long ago. The days turned into blissful months filled with it. Laughter, memories, and moments that carved their hearts anew. With every shared evening, every whispered secret, the time that had once kept them apart began to unravel, stitching the years of hurt with threads of love. However, challenges lurked in the background. The world was often unkind to mother-daughter relationships forged in secrecy, and Veronica knew that. Society had its judgments. It was during a high-profile charity gala that her past came crashing back in the form of whispers and gossip as they entered the opulent venue. All eyes turned towards them, their relationship scrutinized as if it were a public spectacle behind the gilded mirrors and chandeliers. Intrigue brewed as the press caught wind of the story: a wealthy woman, an estranged daughter, and the haunting necklace that held the key to their reunion. Despite the glamour, insecurities seeped in, and Veronica watched Lily shrink under the pressure. These moments of doubt were painful reminders of the life they had both faced apart, yet amidst the glimmering gowns and poised suits, Veronica clasped Lily's hand. "You are my everything," she whispered. "No matter what they think." Lily's strength shone through as she straightened her spine and faced the crowd, resolute in her truth. The world had woven its narrative, but they would write their own one, filled with grace and authenticity. As the evening unfolded, the first days of uncertainty began to melt, revealing a beautiful relationship blooming in the light of sisterhood, a bond built on shared dreams, and a commitment to face the world together. They rejoiced in the acceptance of unveiling their true selves, embracing both the struggles and the joys of their journey. No longer defined by the past, they stepped into the future with hands entwined, ready to define their path anew. Their healing would be a continuous journey, but together they would fill the pages of their lives with story of resilience, love, and a hope that would outshine even the brightest New York night. The pendant, now a timeless token, rested close to Veronica. So yes, harder reminder that despite the distances of time and choices, love always has a way of bringing back home what was once lost, crafting tales of reunion that transcend the hardships along the way. As they walked into the future, side by side, they discovered that family would always be more than blood. It was the souls that recognized each other with a bond so profound that not even the weight of the past could tear them apart. Their story was just beginning.